You've been told that muscle is built in the gym, that it comes from how heavy you lift, how many reps you push, or how much protein you swallow. And yes, those things matter. But listen very carefully, because this is the one truth nobody has told you, the truth that separates people who stay stuck from people who transform. The real battlefield for your muscles is not the iron in your hands. It is not the calories on your plate. It is not the supplements you swallow. The real battlefield is the 30 minutes before you fall asleep. Those 30 minutes are the control switch for your entire growth machinery. If you waste them, if you contaminate them with distraction and noise, you sabotage the very system designed to make you stronger while you sleep. Inside your body, your brain is not just a lump of gray tissue. It is the command center of your hormones, your energy, your recovery, your ability to adapt. And there is a hidden cycle buried in your biology, a surge of growth hormone, testosterone pulses, muscle repair signals, mitochondrial reset that happens only when your nervous system is in the right state before sleep. If you enter that night with your system wired, your eyes burning from blue light, your mind spinning from endless scrolling, you shut down that surge. You might think you're sleeping, but your nervous system is still in fight or flight, and that means no full recovery, no deep muscle repair, no real strength gains. You literally train your ass off in the gym and then erase it in bed because you didn't control the 30 minutes that mattered most. Think about it. Your body is programmed for survival, not aesthetics. It doesn't care about how shredded you look or how heavy you can squat. It cares about conserving energy and protecting you from threats. And when you flood your nervous system with stimulation before bed, the notifications, the bright light, the endless dopamine hits, your brain thinks the world outside is still dangerous. It delays deep sleep. It delays the release of growth hormone. It delays everything your muscles are desperate for. You go unconscious, yes, but you're not in recovery. You're in a shallow, restless limbo where your muscles are screaming for repair and your brain says, not yet. And by the time it finally allows repair to happen, you've already wasted half the night. That's why you wake up tired, stiff, and weaker than you should be. That's why progress feels so slow, no matter how hard you grind in the gym. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine if you took those 30 minutes and treated them like a ritual, like a sacred window where you prime your nervous system to shift from chaos to calm. Imagine shutting down every distraction, every screen, every drip of artificial stimulation, and instead creating conditions for your brain to flip the switch. Slow breathing that signals safety, stretching that calms the muscles, darkness that triggers melatonin, silence that clears the mind. Do you understand what happens then? Your brain registers safety, your nervous system releases its grip, and the floodgates open. Growth hormone surges within the first hour of sleep. Tissue repair begins immediately. Muscle fibers you tore in the gym start knitting themselves back stronger. Energy systems reset. Mitochondria multiply. Your entire body moves into construction mode while you're lying there doing nothing but building everything. And this is where most people fail. They treat the last half hour before sleep as throwaway time, as mindless scrolling, as Netflix binging, as endless chatter. They don't realize they are destroying the single most anabolic phase of the day. They will lift until they vomit. They will swallow supplements until their stomach aches, but they won't protect the 30 minutes that actually unlock the transformation. And that is why they stay stuck, because they confuse effort with strategy. They think they're working hard, but they're not working smart. They're not working with their biology. They're fighting against it every single night. So let me make this as clear as possible. Your body does not grow when you train. Training is destruction. Every rep is micro damage. Every set is controlled trauma. The gym is the battlefield where you break yourself down. Growth comes later when the repair system kicks in. And that repair system is triggered, controlled, and amplified by how you enter sleep. Those last 30 minutes determine whether your night is anabolic or catabolic, whether you wake up stronger or weaker. That window is not optional. It's not background. It's not meaningless. It is the switch. And you either flip it right or you flip it wrong. What you do in that time becomes your destiny. If you light your brain on fire with stimulation, you will kill your progress. If you prime it with calm, you will supercharge your growth. This isn't guesswork. This isn't hype. It is hardwired into your physiology. Growth hormone spikes in deep sleep, not shallow sleep. Testosterone pulses when your brain is aligned with circadian rhythm, not when you're blasting your nervous system with blue light. Muscle repair signals only fire when your nervous system is in parasympathetic dominance, not when it's stuck in fight or flight. You either respect this machinery or you sabotage it. There is no middle ground. And here's the most shocking truth. If you truly want to build muscle faster, if you truly want to wake up stronger every single day, then you must start treating your pre-sleep ritual with the same discipline you bring to your training. You would never walk into the gym and half-ass your sets. So why do you walk into sleep like a careless amateur? Why do you treat the single most important recovery tool as if it doesn't matter? That 30-minute window is your hidden workout, your invisible training session, your real muscle builder. You cannot afford to waste it. So when I say control your last 30 minutes, I mean control them like your life depends on it, because it does. Control them like your strength depends on it, because it does. Control them like your future self is watching, because it is. Your sleep is not just rest. It is growth. It is repair. It is the quiet workshop where your body builds the version of you that shows up tomorrow. And the door to that workshop is unlocked or locked by what you do before you close your eyes. That is the truth nobody told you. That is the science that will change everything. That is the reason some people explode with growth while others stay small no matter how hard they grind. Every single night, millions of people sabotage themselves without even knowing it. They think they are resting, they think they are recovering, they think they are preparing for tomorrow. But in reality, they are killing their progress with one toxic ritual: endless stimulation before sleep. The phone in your hand, the blue light blasting into your eyes, the dopamine hits from every scroll and every click. These are not harmless distractions. They are signals to your brain that say one thing: stay awake, stay alert. The threat is not over. And when your brain hears that signal, it delays the deep sleep you need, the anabolic sleep where muscle fibers are rebuilt, where growth hormone is released, where testosterone surges, where mitochondria repair themselves. Instead, you collapse into a shallow, restless state where your muscles scream for recovery and your brain denies it. Understand this: your nervous system is binary. It cannot be both wired and repairing at the same time. It cannot be scrolling Instagram and building your muscle fibers simultaneously. It cannot chase dopamine and release growth hormone in the same moment. One state cancels the other, and yet every night people choose stimulation over recovery, distraction over growth, and then they wonder why their progress is slow, why they wake up tired, why their legs feel heavy, why their body refuses to change. It is not because their training isn't good. It is not because their diet isn't good. It is because their nervous system is being hijacked at the exact time it should be healing. Think about it. When you expose your eyes to bright blue light at midnight, you are telling your brain that the sun is still up, that the world is still dangerous, that the hunt is not finished. And your brain listens. It suppresses melatonin, it delays the deep cycles of sleep, it short-circuits the growth hormone surge that normally comes in the first 90 minutes. You fall asleep later, your recovery window shrinks, and your muscles get cheated out of the repair they earned in the gym. What does that mean? It means the set you crushed today gets erased tonight. The weight you lifted, the fibers you tore down, the effort you bled out, wasted. Because instead of sending your body into growth, you sent it into chaos. Now look at dopamine. Every scroll, every swipe, every notification is a hit, a spike in your brain chemistry. But here's the brutal truth: dopamine spikes before bed are the death of deep recovery. Why? Because your brain adapts. It expects stimulation. It waits for the next hit. And instead of letting you slide into the quiet rhythm of sleep, it keeps you wired, alert, restless. You may close your eyes, but your system is still running, still buzzing, still waiting. And that means no true rest, no deep phases, no full release of repair hormones. Your nervous system is burning energy instead of rebuilding it. This is why people train hard, eat right, and still look the same year after year. Because while they sleep, they are not really sleeping. They are stuck in shallow cycles, cheated out of the very process that grows muscle, burns fat, and restores energy. They keep pressing forward in the day, and then they press delete on their progress at night. And the saddest part is they don't even know it. They think it's normal to wake up exhausted. They think it's genetics. They think they just need more supplements or harder workouts. No, what they need is to stop poisoning their nervous system in the one window where growth is supposed to happen. If you want to understand why some people transform fast and others stay stuck, look at their nights. Look at the last 30 minutes before they close their eyes. The disciplined ones shut down stimulation. They protect their nervous system. They walk into sleep like warriors entering a temple, and their bodies reward them with surges of hormones, with muscle repair, with strength gains that compound night after night. The careless ones do the opposite. They treat those minutes like trash time, like nothing matters. They scroll, they binge, they stimulate, and then they wake up wondering why they feel weaker, slower, smaller. Your body is not complicated. It obeys signals. If you flood it with stimulation, it will stay wired. If you clear it of chaos, it will repair. That's it. And you have the choice every single night. Every notification you check before bed, every scroll you indulge, every blast of blue light into your eyes, these are choices. Choices that either kill your progress or accelerate it. You can't be casual about this. You can't expect to grow while you're feeding your nervous system poison. You have to be ruthless. You have to protect that window like your future depends on it. Because it does. Think about this in raw terms. If you train hard and eat right, you should be growing while you sleep. Your body should be rebuilding, refilling, recharging. But if you spend those 30 minutes drowning in stimulation, you are choosing destruction over growth. You are literally telling your body, do not repair, do not rebuild, do not release. You are silencing the very system you claim to want. And when you wake up weaker, it is not fate, it is not bad luck. It is the exact outcome you programmed with your behavior. You destroyed yourself, and you didn't even notice. So I will tell you the truth with no sugarcoating. If you want muscle, if you want energy, if you want progress, then you must rip the poison out of your last 30 minutes. You must kill the blue light. You must silence the notifications. You must break the addiction to stimulation before sleep, because your body cannot be tricked. It knows the difference between chaos and calm. It knows the difference between dopamine spikes and deep rest. And it will only release growth when you respect the signals it's waiting for. Most people think recovery is passive. They think it's about lying down, shutting your eyes, and hoping the body does the work for them. But here's the truth you've never been told. Recovery is an active process, and you either activate it or you don't. Your nervous system has two modes, fight or flight, which burns, breaks down, and keeps you alert, and rest, and repair, which rebuilds, restores, and floods your body with growth. And the switch between those two modes doesn't just happen by accident. You control it. You can either drag the chaos of your day into your night, or you can flip the switch and command your body to rebuild itself stronger than it was this morning. That's not fantasy. That's biology. When you deliberately calm your nervous system in the 30 minutes before sleep, you are not just relaxing, you are giving your brain permission to release the most powerful muscle, building compound nature ever created growth hormone. And don't make the mistake of underestimating that. Growth hormone is not a small thing, it is the architect of recovery. It repairs torn fibers. It multiplies mitochondria. It restores glycogen reserves. It strengthens bones, connective tissues, and joints. It is the silent engineer working through the night to construct the body you will wake up in tomorrow. But here's the part nobody told you. Your body only releases growth hormone in massive Anabolic waves when your nervous system has been calmed down before sleep. If you walk into bed with tension in your chest, with your mind racing, with your body wired from screens and chaos, you don't get the full release. You get scraps. And scraps don't build a body. Scraps don't make you stronger. So when I say calm your nervous system, I don't mean mindless relaxation. I don't mean lazily flopping onto the couch. I mean intentional, strategic downshifting. I mean actively taking control of your biology. Slow, deep breathing that tells your vagus nerve the battle is over. Gentle stretching that signals to your muscles they are safe to repair. Darkness that triggers melatonin and synchronizes your circadian rhythm. Writing down the thoughts that clutter your brain so they don't follow you into the night. Do you understand how powerful this is? These aren't soft rituals. These are switches. They flip your nervous system into the mode where repair begins immediately. They unlock the flood of growth hormone within the first hour of sleep instead of hours later. They guarantee that every rep you did in the gym today is honored, rebuilt, and transformed into strength by morning. Picture two different people. One spends the last 30 minutes before bed scrolling, watching, stimulating, eating junk, drowning in noise. The other shuts down screens, slows their breathing, creates silence, sets the nervous system into calm. Both sleep for 7 hours. But when they wake up, they are not equal. One wakes up weaker, slower, still fatigued. The other wakes up sharper, stronger, primed with new muscle fibers already in construction. The difference isn't in how long they slept. It's in how they entered sleep. One carried chaos into the night, the other carried control. That's the razor's edge where progress lives. And here's the brutal truth. Your muscles don't care about your excuses. They don't care that you trained hard if you poisoned your recovery. They don't care that you ate clean if you sabotaged your sleep. They obey biology, not effort. And biology says this: calm nervous system equals maximum growth hormone equals accelerated muscle repair. Wired nervous system equals blocked release equals wasted training. You cannot negotiate with this. You cannot cheat it. You either honor it or you pay the price in stagnation. So let me be direct with you. If you want to build muscle faster, stop obsessing over the supplements that promise shortcuts. Stop fantasizing about magic programs. The real magic is already in your body, waiting to be unlocked. You just need to flip the switch. You just need to spend the last 30 minutes before sleep preparing the battlefield for recovery instead of sabotaging it. Because if you do, your body will reward you with nights that work like steroids. Not the fake kind, the real kind built into your biology. Growth hormone surges that double your recovery. Muscle fiber repair that accelerates your gains. Sleep that is not just rest, but construction. That's what calming your nervous system really means. It's not relaxation, it's weaponization. It's you using science to command your body to grow. And once you experience it, once you wake up stronger and sharper because you controlled that window, you will never go back. You will never treat those 30 minutes casually again, because you will know the truth that your future body